now it works. If I turn on the right microphone, then you can actually hear me. Hey everyone. Today is minimum effort day. Which is why I'm wearing minimum effort makeup. Haven't done my nails or anything. So sloppy. But we do have tea. It's tea time after all. I hope you enjoyed that ASMR tea pouring. Welcome. How are you doing? I'm still indecisive about what to do for today's tea time stream because I just feel so exhausted today. I don't feel like I'm in a good place to actually draw anything. I don't think it will turn out any good. Now you also need tea. Well, you should have thought about it before. It's tea time. Duh. Granted, I don't actually know if 5 PM is the right time for tea time. And for you it's 4 PM anyways. So what I'm thinking is that we might as well continue with our it is perfect tea time. It is not perfect tea time because I'm not holding anyone hostage, forcing them to have tea time with me, right? You're all free to leave at any time you like. Well, so I was wondering, since you're here, Ben, would you like to see the town building game? Have a look at it. I mean, you did have a look at the video I sent you, right? So I don't really have to show you anything, but I think it's lots of fun. Oh yes, you interrupted me. How rude. I was thinking of continuing our tea time game that we were playing on here. You know, the one, the puzzle solving game. Already, I can't words anymore. Okay, yes. Okay, I will show the townscaper first. It's going to be quick because it's really not that complex. But it's really nice, and I think it's something worth advertising. Actually, it's a one-man project, if I recall correctly, so I'm always... I enjoy advertising this kind of stuff a little. Let's see. Here we are. There it is. Turn up the volume a little bit so you can hear stuff. As you can see, I've been building something, so it always remembers what you did last before you closed the game. I was building this giant tower. I actually haven't found out how high you can go. Maybe that's something we could do together, but yeah, I was just building this thing. And then, you know, when you build stuff, it always adds these nice little details like the birds on the roof. An interesting thing that I found out. Yeah, there's always a delay. So, what were you referring to? Anything in specific, or? However, what I was trying to say, when the sun goes down, first of all, usually it's not down enough. Now it's nighttime. The lights flicker on, which is really cute, in my opinion. And I found that I love those tiny balconies. They're like really adorable. There's some details I don't really entirely get. Like this one, it's clearly a balcony. You know, it's not attached to the road or anything, but it does have a mailbox. I wonder how they get their mail up there. More than you used to with Twitch. Possibly. Maybe YouTube has a bigger delay. I think I have set up some delay additionally that might be possible to make it more fluent, the entire stream. Gotta say that Twitch and YouTube aren't really the same in that regard. I don't know why exactly that is, but yeah. So that's that. One cool thing is, first of all, of course, you can turn that on. So as you can see, this has a more building has a more organic feeling to it because you don't have like straight roads. You know, the grid is not set up at 90-degree angles, which makes it really nice for building a town that feels like a naturally evolved town, like a place that grew over time from just a small settlement to a bigger town later on, and that you know, you probably find quite often Europe, at least. I'm aware that some like newer cities, like places like New York, etc., they actually go against that. They were originally built to be like easy to understand and easy to grasp. So you were like streets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then, you know, 90 degrees, so that you have, you know what New York looks like, right? But that's usually not the way a city would evolve. So yeah, and it has these really nice sound effects. And let's actually go for a different color. It also does this thing where it adds details to the building and around the building as you go along. And one of the cool things it does is this one. Now you have a tiny garden, which is pretty nice. And like with flowers and butterflies. And you can do this. And this, and just go crazy with everything. Yep. So that's Townscaper, basically. I usually turn that off. Don't really need it for building, to be honest. Oh, and you can also build like houses like on the water, basically, or above. That grid explains my next question about why the buildings aren't square, etc. Yeah. Lots of towns, villages who have organic layout. That's basically towns and villages in Germany as well. And yes, the sound effects are probably one of the biggest reasons why this is so addictive, because it's just so satisfying to hear that plop noise. And from the notes that the dev wrote on Steam, there was actually coincidence, because he was building the thing and it's still not finished. Actually, it's still in beta phase, I think. And he got approached by another dude who does sound effects, and he was like, please, please, please let me make the sound effects for this game. And he's like, okay, there you go, have fun. So that's that. And now I really would like to see how tall a building can be in here. I was trying to do it with this building, but it became way too complicated in the end to keep doing it for each floor. It's not complicated, but you know, this is much easier. The sky's the limit, right? Oh, yeah, and that I can actually do this. I mean, it's interesting, I guess. I don't know why anyone would build a building like that. Okay, we go higher and higher. I'm glad I didn't do it with the other building. I have a feeling that the limit is either insane or non-existent. This reminds me of the tower in Dragon Ball that leads up to God's Palace. Well, I mean... At this point, it goes really high up. Like... wonder who would live in there. Like, what floor you are on? I don't know, 728? Ah, we've reached the top. Well, there you have it. I have no idea how many floors these are now. But now it's really difficult to navigate, actually, because it keeps trying to... I can't, like, move the tower out of the view now. I can't zoom in anymore. So the camera always adjusts to what you have built. So when there's nothing there, you start with a really close camera angle, and then the more you build, the wider your area gets, the further away the camera moves, etc. So now it kind of sticks to the tower because, yeah. That's pretty much it. That's all there's to do. You can... Sorry, it's in German right now, but of course the thing is also available in English as far as I'm aware. You can take a picture. It gets exported to the path that's set down here. So default is app data screenshots. You can adjust the size of the screenshot and so on. Oh, there we have the languages. Ah, English, Espanol, Esperanto. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a game in Esperanto. Huh. Right. That was that. Now you know. And yeah, another cool thing that does, which you can't really see right now. Now that's pretty cool, actually. Right click just erases a block. So I'm just right clicking my way down. I could also do that, but that's just the same thing, really. Almost there. Let's make this a normal sized tower. Maybe like this. And actually, I like that. And one cool thing that does is when you do this, then if you change the colors in between, and when you have a tower like this, it adds a lighthouse top, which is pretty neat. So that's that. Now you can see why I've been playing this a lot. It's really cute. Right. Where are we? There we are. Can you build a bridge across to another tower? Yes, you can. God, don't yell at me like that. Yes, absolutely. You can connect any building to another, no matter what floor it is on. That's entirely possible. It's not going to be a bridge then, though. Unless, it will most likely look like a roofed bridge. Like, you know. But, yeah, it's possible. Right, 65%. That's us. Oh, yes. We were in the desert. And we just climbed up that thing. And he just puts it in his jacket.
A young tree grew at the edge of the drop.
Yes, do pick it up. It's available on Steam. It cost me €4.99, so I assume it's similarly cheap in the UK. I don't know where to... Do I climb down?
Centuries of hot days and cold nights had opened a crack in the cliff edge, deep into the living rock.
I guess I have to climb down.
I could see that crack would make a good anchor point.
Yeah, so it doesn't cost much. I think it's also available elsewhere, but I can't tell you. But I don't think the twig is gonna last, right?
The stick I'd broken off was surprisingly hard and inflexible.
Okay, well, I guess I can try it then. No. Maybe this thing? No. Nope.
I could see that crack would make a
Good anchor point, right? But for what? Nope. Maybe I have to
With a
come...
flourish,
Ah.
I tied the end of the towel to the stick with a textbook reef knot. I could see that crack would make a good anchor point.
Gotta love puzzle games.
Well, that looked really safe. But I had no choice. I hadn't anticipated going mountaineering when I'd come to Syria.
Ah, here we go.
Close up, the niche looked somehow artificial.
Yeah, I mean, that part of the wall doesn't look weird at all, right?
I didn't like the idea of putting my hand in there. But hey, what the heck? I was only risking mutilation. No blade took my hand off at the wrist, and no scorpion stung me, for which I was very grateful. But there was something in there. A metal ring, as wide as my hand.
So you're gonna pull it or what?
I took a firm hold of the ring. I tried not to think of death traps, and pulled. Whoa there!
Now that's nice.
Around the corner, I found the corpse. Oh my God. Klausner? Large as life and twice as dead. I'd hardly had time to accept the fact when I heard the door mechanism start up again. Oh man, no! The door had slammed shut, trapping me. I had a bad feeling about how Klausner had died. A stone head bearing 3 bearded faces. It was a strange image, but a powerful one, redolent with antiquity and ancient mysteries.
Yeah, I mean, he looks healthy.
I searched the corpse. No portable phone, no demolition charges, no 5-course meal. You'd think international conspirators would go around better equipped.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't have that much delay on the stream that I have opened, so I don't know. Maybe it's just you after all?
Bullwhips might be handy for exploring ancient ruins, but they're no use when you're trapped in a cave. Klausner clearly fancied himself as a latter-day Indiana Jones. I've done more fun things in my life than searching a corpse, but as my life expectancy wasn't great, I figured I should try every new challenge that came my way. I cautiously flicked open the jacket.
I mean, it's easy to get abs when you don't have anything to eat.
Hey, what's this? I'd found some kind of lens. A very old lens made from a very hard glass. That settled it. The knight on the manuscript had been holding a lens the whole time, not a crystal ball. There was nothing else in the pouch. Whatever had been in the bottle had been drunk. Klausner must have died of thirst and dehydration.
Nothing else, right? Already...
I'd searched Klausner once. There was nothing on his body.
Okay. Right then.
I couldn't take the inscription with me. All I could do was stare at it and try to memorize it. In accidenta cita est in ora mundi. Okay, that would have to do. The mouth's opening. It must be Ultar. My God, if he comes in, we'll both be trapped. Ultar, don't come in! It's a trap! Stay where you are! You!
That's not Ultar.
Hello, Mr. Stobart.
Over a minute
We meet in
is a
most
lot. That's not
unusual
normal now.
places.
It shouldn't be that
Please,
much.
Do not make any sudden moves. I have no desire to maim you.
Did you say maim?
I did. Dead men tell no tales, as you say. And I want to hear everything that you have to tell me.
And what if I don't want to talk?
Then I shall, most regrettably, have to kill you. Rest assured, however, that I am an excellent shot you would not suffer.
Oh, that's good. Believe me, I'm really assured.
It is rather dark in here. I think we should conduct our business outside.
Why should I make myself an easier target?
If I fire at you, Mr. Stobart, I shall hit you even in here. But, unfortunately, my marksmanship will suffer. It could be the difference between hitting you in the leg or the groin.
Boy, it sure is hot in here.
No sudden moves, Mr. Stobart. Now then, where shall we start?
How about being bosom buddies and you putting that gun away?
Klausner, do you know where he is?
I'm gonna
He's
say.
dead. Just around the corner of the cave. You want to look?
I'll take your word for it. How did he die?
Starvation or dehydration by the look of it.
He was caught in this trap you were shouting about? Yes, I suspected as much. The Templars were not ones to give away their secrets lightly. Was he carrying anything of importance?
I'm afraid he's gonna shoot me if I lie to him.
No, nothing.
So, why is this location important? What did the Templars hide here if not an artifact?
Well, there was something in Latin up on the wall.
Latin. Do you remember it, Mr. Stobart? What did it say?
In accidenta cita est, in ora mundi.
Ah, the words of Caesar. Yes, that makes sense.
Well, I know that roughly it means to the west, to the edge of the world. But what the heck is that about?
It tells me where the sword of Baphomet lies. Mr. Stobart, I am sure that you are just what you appear to be. A gifted amateur.
Thanks, I think.
But I can no longer tolerate your interference. There is far more at stake than you realize.
So what are you gonna do?
I regret that we must end this here and now. Your only choice now is whether you die like a man or like a dog.
Let's die like a man.
Okay, you're the boss. I'll take my medicine.
You are an honorable man, Mr. Stobart. A rare breed. I should like to shake your hand.
Yeah. Well, what the heck?
Oh yeah. That was a really long
Luckily,
sequence.
the canopy on Ultar's truck broke my fall.
Thank goodness for that.
The worst part of the experience was Ultar's driving.
What about the lens? Is it still in one piece?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's good to see you again, Josh.
Really? Well, I have to say, I'd have enjoyed Syria a lot more if you'd been there.
I wouldn't have been much help. Anyway, you did just fine on your own.
That is true. Do you want to shake my hand too?
Have you any idea what this lens might be used for?
As a magnifying glass, obviously.
Let's see.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
There is the knight with the lens.
A knight with a crystal ball. The Knight Scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through my teachings, you will be enlightened.
That makes sense. Ah yes, I have to look
There's
for
a
everything.
between. There's a.
Look at that.
There's a. But the I'd better get back to the quest.
Now. Where are we? It was a lens, not a crystal ball, and now I have it. Although Clausen is dead, and I'm going the same way unless I find a way out. This time tried to kill me. Ninja-like reflexes saved me, right? The Latin inscription in the cave is a clue where the sword of Baphomet. Is it really Baphomet in English? Is it not Baphomet or something like that? It just sounds so weird to me. We would like to go to Montfaucon. So, did the delay get any better for you? Right. Because for me it just seems to be working alright.
I didn't have time to sit around.
I didn't mean to sit around. I'm sorry, George. Ninja-like reflexes and a hand electrocutioner. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm just quickly going to save here. I think this dude needs the lens somehow.
A statue of a knight holding a staff and a scroll. The statue had any secrets. It was concealing them pretty well.
Let's see. Not there.
The
Ah.
lens fitted into the end of the scroll like a hand into a glove.
Okay, now look through it.
Per disciplinum meum lux videbus.
The priest is just standing there like,
Hey,
yeah, whatever he's doing there. Don't know about the delay, still seems long, but it's okay. It's weird that it's that long for you, because when I look at my stream that I have open right here, it's like, I don't know, 20-second delay maybe? So I don't know why your messages come in that late, or oh, whatever. Alright. What is this mess? Each lens element can be moved. Okay. No. That doesn't seem right. No. I want to move this one. God damn it. Oh. This is only a little bit annoying. Okay. So this isn't entirely... Ah, okay. The flames are probably... Like, do I have any... Okay. It's going to be like this.
The distortions came sharp.
There.
Burning at the stake. And below him a date in Roman numerals. A Knight Templar burning at the stake. And a date. Let me see. M-C-C-C X-I-V. That's 1314.
Well done, George. Let's have a look at these.
A knight there in the company of his fellows. Biblical references engraved into the tomb edge to guide his way to the next world. I guess. A stone knight lay in full stone armor, blank eyes looking at the ceiling. Carrying all that armor around must have been hard work. A stone knight lay at the end of a row of 4. I wondered if this guy had died in combat. To think of the long centuries that it kept its secret.
Maybe he knows something.
Hello again, Father.
Bonjour, monsieur. How pleasant to speak to you again.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that the stained glass window on the left looks more modern than the middle one.
You have a keen eye, monsieur. The original window was destroyed in the last war. It was as old as the church, early 14th century.
Oh, man, that's awful.
Oui, a terrible loss. Still, the church and the other windows survived.
Early 14th century, you say?
Do you speak Latin?
You ask this of a priest?
Okay. Can you tell me what per disciplinum meam lux videbus means?
Let me see. That would be, by my teachings, you will see the light. I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Good, good.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Huh. The burning of Jacques de Molay, and the date 1314. So the tombstones don't have anything else to offer. So I might as well go. He's still sitting here, having his drinks.
You're back.
Oui, I have returned.
Well, I wasn't expecting to see you back here again.
No? Well, it is a strange thing, but I am here on duty.
On duty? But you're just sitting there drinking wine.
No, I am not just drinking wine. I am undercover.
I must be missing something. You're in uniform.
Precisely, monsieur. My cover is that of an indolent, wine-guzzling police officer.
You've got me convinced.
Merci.
That seems like the perfect
But
job for
in
me.
reality, my every muscle is poised, every nerve owned. I am drawn tight, ready to pounce. Bang!
Who or what were you planning to pizzang on?
You must have heard, monsieur, of the terror that is gripping Paris.
You mean the killings? Oh, at last, someone's taken action.
People die every day. No, I am on the trail of Sewer Jacques.
Who?
Sewer Jacques, the terror of the subterranean city. He pops up here, he pops up there. The cops, they seek him everywhere.
That's a nice poem.
Hush or beneath the neck. That damned elusive Sewer Jacques.
Bravo, that's very good.
Merci. I was up half the night writing that.
Well, totally worth it.
Who is this Sewer Jacques character anyway?
Ah, if we but knew that, we could have him in custody in an hour. But he is cunning. To despoil the sewers of our fair city, he has committed many deceptions. He has pretended to be a police officer and deluded a poor war veteran.
Uh-oh.
He has pretended to be a jongleur
Wow, is that the time?
and an American tourist. What nationality are you, monsieur?
Canadian. Well, gotta go now. See ya. Well, it's not everyone who can say they started an urban myth.
Gotta go, eh? Right. Where do I go from here? Do I actually... Huh. Ah, yes. Just show me the thing for the entirety of half a second, and I will know what it is. Those animations.
I'm no student of architecture, but the little building looked old. I wondered if it was some sort of summer house.
Let's talk to this guy. Ah, yeah, let's just walk right into the water.
Hi, is this the De Vasconcelos house?
Who wants to know?
I could tell the old coot was going to be trouble. My name's George Stobart. I was wondering whether...
The house is not open to the public.
This is the De Vasconcelos house.
And what business is that of yours, senor?
Look, all I want is to speak to the head of the household.
There is no household. Only the Countess and myself.
I see.
Tell me about the Countess de Vasconcelos.
She doesn't receive guests. That's all you need to know.
You don't even know what I have to talk to her about.
She hasn't won the lottery, has she?
Yes.
Yeah. That's it. The Countess has won the lottery, and I'm here to give her the check.
Marvelous. May I see it?
No. I mean, no, I have to deliver it to her in person.
The Countess doesn't do the lottery.
Oh, for crying out loud. Why'd you lead me on, then?
To amuse myself. To make you look a fool. To make you go away.
No, he's a nice fella.
What do you know about the Templars?
Who wants to know?
Are you angling for a bribe or something?
You have nothing that I want, senor, except the pleasure of your absence.
The guy was obviously protecting the Countess against the whole world. But why? Do you recognize this man?
No.
No. Let's shake hands.
Would you like to shake hands?
I do not think so, senor.
Oh, well.
I'll be going for now.
Adios, senor.
See.
Hey, you.
Yeah? What is it?
You would not like it if people just wandered into your home, would you?
Well, no, I guess not.
Then show a little consideration.
Okay. Sorry. The main part of the house was old, but nowhere near as old as the gatehouse section. The hose ran from some sort of utility room all the way to the lawn. I didn't like the idea of carrying 30 yards of hose around me, so I left it alone.
Okay. Ah, can we use this? We can indeed. Oh no! No more water coming from the garden
My
hose.
hose has stopped.
Yeah?
See, my hose never stops.
Well, I'm sorry to hear it. It's always sad when an old tradition comes to an end.
Did you have anything to do with it?
Well, I'm shocked. I'm mortified. How could you think such a thing?
Very easily, senor. Very easily. I'm going to find out why my hose has stopped. And that means going into the house. You are not, absolutely not, to go in the house. If you do go in the house, I will set the dogs on you.
Okay, old man. Whatever you say. Let's just go in the house. I think that's where he keeps the dogs. Maybe.
Hey, you. I know you are there, American. All right, you dogs. I'm coming.
Now that worked well.
Madre Dios, who are you?
My name's George Stobart. I'm sorry to burst in like this.
You must leave at once. You're not wanted here.
Please, if you'd just listen a minute.
Very well. State your business, Senor Stobart.
I like how everybody speaks English.
There's been a series of murders, part of some conspiracy. Anyway, the trail led me here.
Here? There is nothing for the outside world here.
Over 600 years ago there was.
What do you mean?
This whole thing ties in somehow with the Knights Templar.
The Knights Templar are dust.
They had a secret that was so important, they went to a lot of trouble to hide it.
I do not see what this has to do with my family.
Your family had a strong connection with the Templars, right? I believe that they have planted some clues here.
Why should I believe a complete stranger who barges into my home?
Just let me have a look around. If I find nothing...
You'll be spending the night at the police station. Very well. Please, sit down.
Yeah, it totally seems like something that would work, right?
I know your family is involved with the Templars, but I don't know how.
You should be asking how my family were involved, Senor Stobart. The Templars ceased to exist centuries ago. And as for De Vasconcelos, the line dies with me.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Okay, whatever happened almost 700 years ago. So, if the Templars left any clues, they're going to be in stuff that dates back to the early 14th century.
Obviously.
So, what do you have around here that's early medieval?
Early medieval. Let me think. Well, the house is
Is that still early
relatively
medieval?
modern, a scant
14th
3
century?
centuries old. Or, of course, the chess set.
That chess set is over 600 years old? It must be worth a fortune.
Indeed it is. Not that I would part with it, of course.
No, I wouldn't either. That's the sort of thing that gets handed down to your children. Sorry.
Its value is less than you might think. The set is not complete. One of the pieces is a modern replacement. As to the original, it was lost a long time ago.
Nobody has any idea where it is?
No. The children had it when they were taken.
Children? What children?
All in good time, Senor Stobart.
Yeah. Hi there. I'm an American tourist, but could I maybe look around your house and just sneak around and unravel the mysteries and everything? You know, the typical stuff that random strangers just do.
May I examine the chess set?
Certainly. But do not move any of the pieces.
Okay, thanks. Close up, the modern piece stood out like a sore thumb. There was something else odd about the set. All of the original pieces had irregular bases.
My lady, I have to warn you, there's a... You! Why, I'll feed you to the dogs.
Lopez, what have I told you about feeding intruders to the dogs?
But, my lady...
Never without my permission. Senor Stobart, if I find that you're wasting my time, you will be fed to the dogs. Now, I want to show you
That's how we do it in Spain.
Follow me. Lopez, unlock the door, por favor. This is the only remaining structure on the estate contemporary with the Templars.
Nice. What is it, a summer house?
A mausoleum, Senor Stobart.
Oh,
Come
Sort of a summer house, I guess.
Hey, senor.
yeah?
I do not know what you have told my lady to be shown these favors, but I do not trust you.
You've got nothing to worry about. Aren't you coming in?
No, the dead do not interest me. My garden is a living thing. I will be there.
Good point.
Wow, this is old.
It was constructed in the 13th century as the final resting place for the De Vasconcelos Templars.
It's well maintained.
These are my ancestors, and they deserve respect. I come here at least once a week to say a prayer for them.
Mind if I have a look around?
By all means.
The mausoleum contained 5 tombs for 5 of the Knights Templar, man-size in marble. In front of the shrine was a lectern with a Bible on it. Hanging from the ceiling was a huge yellowed candle. It looked really old and had never been lit. High up in the dome were windows. I guess they might open them to make it less stuffy in there. Now what? There was nothing to snuff. Feeling like an idiot, I put it down again. On removing the Bible, I found a pattern on the lectern top. Hey! It's a checkerboard! Close up, I could see that the pattern was made up of glass squares over a checkerboard pattern. A big statuette of the Virgin Mary kept an eye on the place. May I ask you something?
You may ask.
Who exactly are these people?
My ancestors. These 5 men were all members of the Templar.
5 ancestors in the order. You must be very proud.
Not 5. 6.
Where's the 6th knight?
He was lost to us.
You lost an ancestor?
It is a family matter. It can have no relevance.
Well, it's connected with the curse of the De Vasconcelos, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I hope you will honor my desire not to talk about it.
Okay, well, I'll leave it for now.
For now, I will honor your desire to not talk about it. Yeah, I would, you know, that's what I told you the other day when I was imagining Yoko being like a Flarkin. Hey, Luca! Yay! I'm so glad you can make it. Yeah, it's really difficult to schedule like stream just once a month where like most people or everyone can participate because everybody has a different schedule. So I'm glad you're here. How are you doing?
Is the Virgin Mary really the right person to be sharing a mausoleum with 5 knights?
You are showing your ignorance, Senor Stobart. The Templars were dedicated
Clearly.
to the Virgin Mary.
What's the story with the glass chessboard?
Glass chessboard. Oh, the pattern on the lectern, purely decorative, I'm sure.
Yeah,
There are
I'm
pieces
sure.
of glass missing from it.
Oh, it has been like that since I was a girl.
You're still laughing about the package. Yeah, I mean, it's. I'm just amazed that it actually turned up after almost 3 months. I mean, it's like 2.5 months or something. It was on the way to you. Maybe they send it out by horse carriage or something. I don't know.
The gaps in the glass chessboard look awfully deliberate.
No, it is ridiculous. What possible significance can it have?
It's part of a chessboard, and the gaps are for...
Senor Stobart, you cannot mean...
This place was built for the Templars. Your chess set is as old as the Templars. It's kind of suggestive, isn't it?
Suggestive, is it? Well, I hope you get to enjoy the contents of the package. I mean, most of the stuff that was in there has so much sugar in it, it should last for years, so you'll be fine, I guess. Yep. It's the package that I talked about, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday or something, where I said that I sent it out on December 3rd, and it just arrived.
I think this must be it. This is what the manuscript is pointing to.
This is extraordinary.
I think it just got lost in some warehouse. Possibly.
Am I to understand that the Templars left a puzzle here? And in all of this time we failed to realize that there was a puzzle?
It was wonderful to watch the Countess change before my eyes.
Right. Well, no time for wallowing in self-pity, eh, Senor Stobart? This mystery has had a good long run, but it ends here and now.
All those years of fatalism were falling away from her.
Lopez! Lopez! Put that hose down and listen! Go to the house and get my chess set. Yes, the old chess set! Now hurry! My, this is exciting, is it not?
Don't get too excited. This could be a blind alley.
Oh, I do not believe that for a moment.
It's good to see
She's
you
sweet.
happy.
Happy? You know, I think I am.
My mom was sending me a package for my birthday. They told her in Slovakia that would take less than a week. Took 3 weeks and arrived along with 2 other packages. That's nice though, so you get like 3 packages at once. The 2 packages, one was planned to be delivered that day and the other was supposed to arrive the next day. Super weird. It's just all over the place right now. I found that some letters, like within Germany, some letters took longer than packages I had sent out. Which is weird, because you'd usually think that a letter is just easy and quick, you know, small and everything. But I don't know, it's really weird, and I mean, I don't get much, like that many sales on my store, but it gets difficult when you when you have like people asking like, do you know where my order is? And I'm like, especially with the smaller things that just get sent out as letters, I don't have any tracking information on a letter, you know. I just can tell them, I don't know, it might take longer at the moment. That's all I can tell you, really. But the time my package to you guys took just is the cherry on top. I don't know. That was like, I expected it to be lost already, to be honest.
While we're waiting, I'd really like to know what happened here. I mean, the curse and everything?
It all began at the time of the dissolution of the Templars. Don Carlos had already left their ranks to become a scholar.
Don Carlos, is he the guy who went missing?
Si, but he had reckoned without the local bishop. Their bishop envied us our lands and determined to use the papal edict as an excuse to destroy us. Don Carlos was on one of his scholarly journeys when the Inquisition arrived. When Don Carlos returned, it was to find
Nobody
his
expects the
loyal
Spanish
man
Inquisition, am I right?
and his children gone.
They took the kids? But why?
Oh, we will never know. The bishop denied all knowledge of the children's disappearance. But witnesses had seen his men kill the servant who had been charged to protect them.
What happened to Don Carlos?
He swore he'd find his children if he had to go to the edge of the world. He put on his armor and took up his sword and shield and rode out alone. He was never seen again.
What a shame.
Ah, Lopez, you have the pieces.
See, my lady, as you asked.
Por favor, Senor Stobart, would you be so kind?
My lady.
Calm yourself, Lopez. I believe Senor Stobart's motives are pure.
Very well, my lady.
Very pure. He just wants to hook up with that French girl. That's why he's doing all that.
My lady seems to trust you.
But you don't.
No, senor.
That's okay, dude. You don't have to trust me.
It fits, Senor Stobart. It fits.
Working quickly, I found which pieces went into which holes.
So it's kind of like memory, is it? Was it? Yeah. Right. Oh, come on. This is so weird to handle. Let's see. Is this one? Yeah. Nope.
With the red pieces in place, the square bases fit onto the white pieces. I just had to figure out where to place them.
Ugh. What? Oh my god, how am I supposed to know? Do I need to know chess rules for this? Because I certainly don't know chess rules. Okay, I can only put them in the center, right? Yeah. So it's just trial and error for me right now, because... Does any of you know chess? I don't even know what this one's supposed to be, so... I know that one. I know that one. I know the tower. I mean, King, Queen is obvious, but what is that? Is that... I don't even know. And how... Does it move anyway? I think the only thing that I remember is how the what even is it called in English? Is that the knight in English and the queen move? And that's about it. Jesus. I don't know. I will just take a quick break, use the bathroom, and then I'll be right back. So, yeah. I guess, I'll see you in a minute. I'm hungry too. But there's already pasta cooking in the kitchen. Ah. My mother has been sewing again for my best friend's daughter. She's made such a lovely summer dress. It's really cute. Okay, now let's see if I can actually look up the chess rules online or something. Because, I can probably... Oh! Okay, I don't think I have to look them up now. Well done, me!
Senor Stobart, look!
What is that? It's not the Holy Grail, is it?
No, Senor Stobart. It is the communion chalice of the De Vasconcelos. missing for almost 700 years.
Wow. Well, go on.
I cannot. I can hardly believe it is real.
Go ahead.
Well, that was easy,
Live a
right?
little.
This is your moment of triumph, Senor Stobart.
Sure, I'm sure. The possibility of death traps only occurred to me a few days later.
Back in Nico's
I
apartment.
solved another puzzle.
You did?
Well, I guess I did.
Well, what was it? What's the answer?
1314.
What does that mean?
It was the date when Jacques de Molay was burned, wasn't it?
Of course.
The answer
Of
was
course.
hidden in a stained glass window. When I looked through the lens, the picture changed. It became a man surrounded by flames.
It seems to me the answers to the Templar puzzles are as cryptic as the clues. Sometimes I wonder if the manuscript isn't an elaborate joke.
The Knights Templar weren't the kind of people to play jokes, were they?
Okay, so we have the chalice now.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
I hate looking at the manuscript because you can't just look at it and then leave. Okay, so we have we did that thing. We did that. What's that?
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
Now what was that?
There's a guy working on a loom.
Look there, 2 guys on the same horse.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod. A knight with the knights through my teaching. I'd better get back to the quest.
Yeah, I mean, did he just travel back to Paris just to tell her that? He couldn't have phoned her or anything? Like, Nico, I've solved another puzzle. I actually don't know where to go next, so I'm just going to the museum and see if... Yeah, he's here. If he gives me any
Hi,
advice.
Andre. Hello, Georgie. Where have you been? Nicole said you were away.
I just returned from Syria.
Syria? On the trail of the Templars?
It's a long story, but I found the bull's head. It was referred to on the manuscript, remember?
Yes. What is it?
A secret cave built into a high cliff face. In the cave, I discovered a map bearing a phrase in Latin. In accidenta sita est in ora mundi.
The island of Britain.
Lies at the edge of the world, to the west.
Strange. That map seems to contain a series of pointers.
Like I said, it's a treasure map.
Treasure map. Shall we show him the chalice?
What do you make of this cup, Andre?
It's a 14th century communion vessel. Spanish, probably.
Ah, say hello to Airhead from me and enjoy dinner. Bye. It was lovely to see you.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Maybe he was worried the phone was bugged. I don't think that George really thinks that far. Okay, so, Britain, he said, right? Okay, but there's nowhere for me to travel right now. So, I'll have to do something else first. Please, Rue Jarry, Montfaucon. I don't know. Maybe have a look at the things tombs again.
A knight. There biblical references engraved into the tomb edge to guide his way to the next world. I guess.
Nope.
A stone knight lay in full stone armor, blank eyes looking at the ceiling. Carrying all that armor around must have been hard work.
I think it's fair to say that those knights were pretty fit.
A stone knight lay at the end of a row of 4. I wondered if this guy had died in combat.
Nothing new to say here. Let's talk to the priest again.
Hello again, Father.
Bonjour, monsieur. How pleasant to speak to you again.
We already talked about the window, though. I know.
I noticed that the stained glass window on...
You have a keen eye, monsieur. It was as old as the church. Early...
Oh, man. That's awful.
Oui, a terrible...
Okay, maybe showing
What
that.
do you make of this chalice?
It certainly looks very old.
About as old as this church, I think.
There seems to be an engraving on it.
Yeah? What does it say?
I do not know. It is very tarnished. With your permission, I could try polishing it. I promise I will be very careful.
Okay.
That'd be very good of you.
This shouldn't take very long. Feel free to look around.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so he's polishing the thing now. And we can just maybe look around some more.
A knight, there in the company of his...
Blah blah.
Somehow it looked more...
Somehow it looked more modern. Like, I can't really put my finger on it, but somehow this looks more modern.
To think of the long centuries that he kept it secret. A statue of a knight holding a staff and a scroll. The Templars were demonstrating a pretty good grasp of physics. If the dissolution hadn't happened, we'd have had cold fusion power last century.
Make sure he doesn't run off with that. Yeah, I mean...
Hey, thanks.
It is my pleasure, monsieur.
What was the writing on the chalice?
It was not writing, my mistake. It was a coat of arms. The remarkable thing is that it seems very familiar.
Yeah?
Oui, I think I have seen it on that wall tomb in the far corner. That winged horse is quite distinctive.
Okay.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Then let's have a look at it again.
Now that my attention had been drawn to it, there was no mistake. There was no name on it. But the coat of arms was undeniably the Pegasus of the De Vasconcelos family. I'd found the last resting place of Don Carlos. My eye was drawn to the biblical references carved into the edge of the tomb. Hey, maybe these biblical references mean something.
Oh, really? A jumble of letters are carved onto the side of the knight's tomb. You must look for and highlight a number of biblical verse references, comprising of the name of a book followed by a chapter and verse in Latin numerals. Luke chapter 8 verse 2 would be displayed as Luke 8:2. Okay. Highlight the full verse reference. Oh God.
Psalms 22:21. Not much to go on, but it must have meant something. If I examine the tomb more closely, there might be other clues to find.
That noise, though. Here we have another one.
Psalms 32:7. The numbers refer to a chapter and a
That
verse in the
noise.
Bible.
Stop it. Corinthians.
Corinthians 14:5.
Does it work backwards too? Because would that be one? No, apparently not. Well, that doesn't seem to be it. How about that?
John 4:11. There were no numbers, but a series of Roman numerals
I
ran
mean, it's
around
clearly
the plaque.
missing.
I made a note in case they meant something.
Whatever.
Psalms
Horribilis.
32:7.
Yeah, we all know
John
that chapter,
4:11.
right?
Corinthians 1:4-5, and just one more. Psalms 22:21. I may not be perfect, but I've got a memory like a steel trap. The chalice had led me to these inscriptions, but it looked like a happy coincidence to me.
Ignore me.
After all, the De Vasconcelos
No.
arms were already on the manuscript. Nope, I was still convinced that the chalice had some significance all of its own.
Okay, so does the priest tell us what these chapters or these verses actually say? As a memory like a steel trap? What?
Hello again, Father.
Bonjour, monsieur. How pleasant to speak to you again.
Okay, no, so apparently he can't tell us.
Boy, what a shine you got on this.
Merci. It is all in the wrist action.
Wrist action, right?
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
I see. Hello. How is dinner coming along? Now, what do I do with those verses? Around the outside inscriptions were numerals. Bottom. Okay, so I guess we go back to the Vasconcelos. Wrist action, eh? Sure. Yeah, exactly what I was thinking. No, we don't go back to the Vasconcelos. Okay. What do I do with these numbers now?
So the curse of the De Vasconcelos is lifted?
Oh no, the Countess was thrilled to find the lost chalice, but there's still the riddle of the missing knight.
Well, you can forget about that now and get back to finding the Templar's secret.
Actually, I promised the Countess I'd find Don Carlos.
You what?
I can explain everything.
You have got the odds for a withered old Spanish aristocrat?
The Countess entrusted me with the chalice and the quest for her ancestor's tomb.
You're as crazy
Chill,
as she
girl,
is.
I already
Haven't you
found
got
him
enough
anyway.
Problems? Khan and the Templars?
It's all part of the same thing. The chalice is important, I'm sure. The manuscript pointed us to the knight, and I have to find him.
What then?
I don't know. But when the knight and the chalice are reunited, maybe I will.
Okay, let's have
Let's
a look
take
at
another
this.
look at the manuscript.
As much as I hate it, but no, there's no numerals on it, right? I really hate that I can't just get out of this screen. Like, what kind of game
There's the
design is that?
There's a night through my. There's but the.
Okay. So
I better get back to the quest.
you're not sure you trust her. Who, Nico? Or the Countess? Still can't go anywhere. Maybe we can show him the polished chalice.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie.
Oh, I can ask him about the three-bearded... Was that there before? I didn't see that.
That is not a good idea.
Okay.
While I was in Syria, I discovered a strange pagan statue. It was like a head with three bearded faces. Horrible.
That sounds as if it could be Baphomet, the idol described by the Templars.
The poor Knights of Christ had an idol that looked like that?
Allegedly. The description of the idol came from the evidence extracted by the Inquisition. Mind you, not one statue or idol was ever found on Templar property. Until now, that is. Just last month, a statue of Baphomet was unearthed right here in Paris.
Where?
Nico.
At the Institut Hermétique de Nerval. The statue is beneath the foundations. It was discovered by some workmen while renovating the building.
Can you tell me any more about the statue of Baphomet?
It's a fearful image, even now. A bearded head. The base of the statue is carved with Templar symbols. One of the workmen noticed a curious stain at the base. He claimed it looked like blood.
Blood?
That's right.
Why don't you trust Nico?
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Like, is there anything in particular about her? Okay, we have the site of Baphomet. Baphomet? It just sounds so weird. Let's just go there. Ah. Hello there. Huh. Seems like there's a guy guarding the door.
A guard stood by a door I guessed led to the excavation. He looked pretty pompous. Well, not so much pretty, just pompous. Hi? Excuse me?
Oui,
So, what exactly are you doing here?
I'm guarding. You expect to find me shearing sheep?
Take it easy, I just didn't realize you were a guard. I'd like to know what you're guarding, please.
That's a secret.
It wouldn't happen to be an archaeological site, would it?
Are you asking me or telling me?
I'm telling you.
Then why ask?
I had a feeling this was no normal hole in the ground. What do you know about the
Interesting.
Knights Templar?
That's all I say
There was
to
a
that.
long pause during which the guard said nothing. Then he said,
Nothing.
"Nothing at all?
Is this a test?
What, like a history pop test?"
No, like a test.
Okay, yes, it's a test.
Then I know absolutely nothing about the Templars.
The guard was being amazingly evasive. It was going to take more than goodwill to get past him.
Okay.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Do you mind if I use the phone?
Be my guest. I'm paid to guard this door. The phone can look after itself.
Hi, Nico?
Georges, what have you discovered?
Nothing yet.
Nothing. Is something wrong?
No.
Georges, why are you calling me?
Oh, no reason. I just wanted to hear your voice.
You did. Well, this is my voice saying, don't bother me, I'm busy.
Oh,
Ah.
there was a closed door with toilet scratched into the cheap veneer.
That door's locked, monsieur.
Okay, so, what's that?
A thermostat was mounted over a radiator. The radiator was pumping out heat as the thermostat was cranked right over to full. No wonder it was warm in here, even with the door open to the chill of fall. The doorway led to an old utility closet that had lost its door. There was nothing interesting in there.
Okay.
I couldn't imagine what I'd achieved by turning the dial.
Well, the guard could get cold, I guess. Right. So what do we have here?
The painter had a pot of gunmetal gray primer hanging from the barrier. The painter didn't seem to regard the painting as too important. Not as important as a cigarette break, anyway. Excuse me, could you help me?
What is it?
I've got a few questions. You're doing a fine job.
Merci. I have my professional pride.
I don't think I've ever seen a Gauloise smoked so stylishly.
It's a natural talent.
I'm being sarcastic.
I'm being indifferent.
You're very good at that as well.
Merci. Vive l'indifférence.
So, what are you doing here?
I am having my break.
Yeah, I mean, when you finish your break.
When I finish my break, an interesting concept, monsieur.
You'll probably need to think about it.
I could have another cigarette while I consider. Perhaps tomorrow too.
Okay, let me put things differently. What were you hired to do here?
I was hired to keep the archaeological dig in the basement of this building clear of debris and to touch up damage to the door frames with my little pot of paint. It's a very responsible job. Unfortunately, I'm not a very responsible person.
I see.
So what do you know about the excavation?
I know they won't let me in to do my job. I would complain to my union, but
You couldn't be bothered to join.
Right. Tell you what, though, I'm surprised at the sort of people interested in this excavation.
Okay.
What's unusual about the visitors to the excavation?
None of them look like archaeologists to me.
Do you know what an archaeologist looks like?
Three-piece suits, crocodile-eyed attaché cases, Rolex oysters.
But no archaeologist dresses like that.
Quite right, monsieur, quite right.
So, who are they?
Who cares as long as they pay me?
Hey, at least he's honest. He is, indeed.
What does the word Templar suggest to you?
Templar?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay. Has he seen this guy?
Have you seen this man before?
Yes, he asked me a lot of questions, just like you.
Ah, interesting.
Has a guy calling himself Merlin been nosing around?
Was he wearing a t-shirt with "My name is Merlin" on it?
I doubt it.
Then how the hell am I supposed to know his name just by looking at him? Huh?
Good point.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur. Hey, monsieur! Get away from my paint pot!
Aw,
I
shame.
should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. Pah. Hey, you! Get away from my dumpster.
Okay.
Get away from my paint. Get away from my dumpster.
There was a dumpster full of debris. From the excavation, I guess. Oh, darn. I'd left my grappling hook at home. No way could I get up there.
A shame. Right, so what do we have? Let's go back downstairs.
Hi again.
What is it?
Maybe. Ooh.
It sure is hot in here.
I have to have the door open to allow the workmen access, so why not? I turn the heat up.
You could wrap up warm.
I have my gloves if it gets cold, but why bother when it's warm anyway?
I'd like to use the washroom, but the door's locked.
Oh, that's no problem. You can have the key.
Thanks.
Now that is nice. Okay.
The door was locked.
No shit. What self-respecting, creepy American tourist leaves home without his grappling hook? Right?
On the wall was an automatic hand dryer. Oh boy! Dirty soap! How do they do that?
Dirty soap. That's an interesting concept.
Being in a charming comfort station like this made me think fondly of the toilet in Syria. That place was kept in pretty good order. At least, it
Yeah.
had been until I vandalized it. Still, it was all for a good cause.
Yeah, the toilet in Syria looked much better.
The thing felt really hot. Big demands seemed to be being made on it. I wasn't about to wash my hands in this place, so I didn't need to dry them.
Okay. I see.
Oh boy! Dirty soap! How do they do that?
Okay, now let's see. We use the
Perhaps
key.
I could make a copy of the key. The key had made a clear imprint in the soap. The bar of soap had the imprint of a key in it.
Yes, yes.
I knew keeping that plaster was a good idea.
It's pretty much the only thing that you use in the game
With
that
the
you
plaster
actually
and the
kept.
imprint, I was on the right lines. I had filled the key's imprint in the soap with dry plaster.
Okay. Now,
I didn't want to carry a bar of dirty soap around with me.
okay. Now can we...
You can't make a cast without wetting the plaster. But wet plaster alone does not make a cast. I used the dryer to speed up the process.
That looks more like a potato. It does. Maybe in France people just have potatoes in
it had
their
taken a while,
washrooms.
But I had made myself a completely unconvincing plaster key. Way too fragile to use in a lock. I'd have to substitute it for the real one. Trouble was, it looked like plaster and not metal. Then again, that plaster statue in Syria hadn't looked like stone until I'd been a bit artful with it. Maybe I could improve the key as well.
Yeah, I will need the paint for that, I assume.
I didn't want any coal.
Why not? Okay, so I have the key here. Okay. I have an idea.
Hello, Nico. It's me.
What do you want?
Some ideas.
You're the man on the spot, George. I can't hold your hand all of the time. Au revoir.
What? But I have an idea. Oh man. Can I... do I have to do this, maybe? No.
Hi again.
What is it?
Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
Okay, now... Oh man.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
The doorway was full of assorted old tea chests, cardboard boxes, and so on. All empty and all uninteresting. I turned the heating off. As I'd hoped, the guard put his gloves on.
Ah, okay, so now he's putting on his gloves. So he can't actually feel.
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
I made this key out of plaster.
How thrilling! How clever! How pointless.
That's true.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Okay, so
Hey, monsieur! Get away from my paint pot!
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. Bah.
can I not ask Nico to talk to the guy on the phone or something?
Kula!
Hello, Nico. It's me.
Hi, Georges. What's happening?
I'm at the excavation, but they won't let me in.
Damn! We need to know what's in there.
Don't worry. I've got a scheme. I'm going to need your help, though.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
So now it
I want
works.
you to keep somebody on the phone for a while.
Who?
A painter. I need to get at his pot.
Oh, okay.
Stay on the line. I'll go and get him. Hi, it's me again.
What now?
You've got a phone call.
For me? Are you certain?
It's a woman. She sounded hot.
What woman? She must be mistaken, monsieur.
Well, she asked for that hunk of a man with the nicotine fingers and his ass hanging out of his pants.
Certainly sounds like me. Stand back. It wouldn't do to keep the lady from her hunk.
I see. Okay, now let's do this.
A well-used wheelbarrow was sitting by the rubble-filled dumpster.
Okay, so I can't actually do anything with it, alright.
The plaster key had soaked up the paint nicely, and now looked pretty convincing. Still felt like plaster, though.
Well, monsieur, what a strange woman. She was all over me, and then suddenly, nothing but abuse.
Really?
Why, abuse? Ah well, I have a cigarette to finish. And monsieur, if she calls again, I am not available.
Hi again.
What is it?
I need to use the toilet again.
Again? Already?
I have this problem. How technical do you want me to get?
Never mind. Here's the key.
Yeah, I know. The door is locked. Right, so,
Now, I'd substituted the fake key for the excavation key. It looked okay, but felt false.
that's okay. Because he's wearing his gloves.
Hi again.
What is it?
I held my breath and hoped that he wouldn't notice the substitution. Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
Okay, cool, cool.
Talk to
we
you
have
later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Now we have the key, but how do we get him away from the door?
I'd turned the thermostat all the way down. It was getting pretty chilly. The doorway led to an old utility closet. There was nothing interesting.
Yep, we know that.
Hi again.
What is...
Have you seen this man before?
Oh,
You have.
non.
No. I see.
I thought better of showing him the chalice. He might be on the conspiracy's payroll, and I didn't want to risk it.
Oui? You have...
A sudden urge to sing. Care to join me?
No, no singing in here.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
I don't know.
I have some plaster of Paris.
Amazing.
I know, right?
Maybe not.
A greasy tissue. Don't get it too close to my cigarette, monsieur, or there'll be a conflagration.
I've got a sewer key.
I used to work in the sewer.
Oh? What happened?
I had a cigarette break in a pocket of methane. A manhole cover landed on the other side of the Seine and I was sacked.
That's a shame.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
How do I get the guy away from there? Maybe I should call Nico again.
Hi, Nico. It's me again.
I'd guessed. What do you want this time?
What did you say to the painter?
I shan't repeat it, George.
Look, I need to get the guard out of the way. Could you call back and ask him to get the painter again?
Okay, I'll call back soon.
This looked like a good place to watch things develop.
Hey, you. It's the phone.
Yeah, who is it?
How should I know? What am I, your social secretary?
It's not a chick, is it?
Yes, it's a woman. Are you going to answer it?
Does she have a warm, sensual voice like molten chocolate?
Yes, yes, she has a really sexy voice. Now get a move on.
I'm not talking to her.
I can see that. You're wasting time talking to me.
No, you don't understand. I refuse to talk to her.
You refuse. You refuse. I'm wasting valuable time.
Don't make me laugh. Your time valuable? You just stand around all day.
I have a highly responsible job. Don't me, you elephantine oaf. My job is important.
Impossible. They would have hired somebody competent in that case.
Meaning what?
Instead of which they hired a dismal rent-a-cop like you. All epaulettes and no brains.
Why, you...
This looked set to carry on for some time. It was too good an opportunity to miss.
Yeah, I know. No, the guard would totally not have heard that at all. Ah, we've seen that statue before.
I couldn't see anything useful to do with the planks.
You don't have to. What?
There was no doubt about it. It was the same sort of idol I'd seen in Syria, Baphomet. The Templars had certainly been through here. Now there's a familiar face. Close up, the pattern didn't make any sort of sense. It fanned out around an axis point, a kind of focus to one side.
Well,
and there it was, decoded by the curves of the chalice, the image of a church. I found out what the chalice was for.
You've solved the puzzle?
Yeah, there was a distorted picture
No,
at
no,
the Baphomet
I
site.
solved
When I
the
viewed
puzzle.
it in the polished surface of the chalice, it changed.
What did it show?
A picture of a church with a square tower.
good. A picture of a church with a square tower. Now that's very specific. I'm sure there will be no churches with square towers anywhere in the world but one place.
I guess I'd better return the chalice to the Countess.
Hurry back, Georges.
That's a pretty crazy way to hide a picture. Yeah, but... yeah. It is.
Senor Stobart, oh, what a pleasure. Please, sit down.
Hi, Countess. The pleasure's all mine. I've brought back your chalice.
Why? You've had it cleaned.
Yeah, I met an obliging priest with a soft cloth.
Have you resolved the Templar mystery?
No, not yet. I don't even know what it is I'm after.
There are many stories of the knights secreting great wealth away.
Whatever. All I know is I don't want the bad guys to get it.
Ah, to be young and live in a world of moral absolutes.
Yep.
I discovered something amazing with that chalice. In Paris, I found a church where they recognized the coat of arms. I found the tomb of Don Carlos de Vasconcelos.
You are sure? There can be no mistake?
The coat of arms on the chalice matches the one on the tomb.
Incredible. You have my most profound thanks. I must go there as soon as possible.
Yeah? Well, I'd be happy to show you the city. There's something else that I discovered carved on Don Carlos's tomb. Biblical references.
What are the references, Senor Stobart?
Psalms 32:7, Corinthians.
I am not a good enough scholar to know the Bible, chapter and verse. I meant, what are the quotations?
You know, I forgot to ask the priest.
No, you didn't. Well, I didn't forget it, but you just didn't do it.
That is not a good idea.
Okay.
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
Okay, now let's see. If we can...
Mausoleum, summer house. Easy mistake to make.
No, I can't actually go in there.
Hi there, Lopez. How's tricks?
Senor Stobart, I feel I owe you an apology.
No, you don't.
I was impolite on our first meeting.
Look, Lopez, just forget about it. I came on like a snake oil merchant. I wouldn't have trusted me in your shoes.
You do not understand. Finding the chalice has given my lady a new lease of life. It's a marvel. She smiles, she laughs. The tradesmen are saying that she is on Prozac.
So the Countess feels that the curse is lifted.
I would not put it so strongly. Your discovery of the chalice was proof that the Templars never abandoned the de Vasconcelos. It counts for a great deal with my lady.
That is nice.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobart.
It was just a little utility room with no exit, unless you counted the window, and I didn't. It was a small mirror hanging over the sink.
Why did I just take a mirror?
I love suits of armor. Who doesn't?
Exactly. Ah, the dogs are still there. Okay, so now do I really have to go back and ask the priest about the verses instead of just going into the mausoleum and having a look at the Bible there? No, I can actually go there. Okay. Good. Don't you always do that in other people's houses? I mean, sure.
It was the Spanish Bible I borrowed from the mausoleum.
Okay. Now what do I do with it?
Now that it had given up its secret, the glass squares in the lectern were just decorative again. High up in the dome were windows. I guess they might open them to make it less stuffy in there.
Why can't I just look at the Bible?
It was the Spanish...
Okay. I wonder...
It was the I didn't want to leave just yet.
Okay, so I'll just take the Bible upstairs, I guess. I wonder if you could walk any slower. Walk. Maybe it's in Spanish? That actually might have a point there. Okay. Now let's see.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
Here's the Bible from the mausoleum.
Very well. Let us begin. The first reference.
Psalms 32:7.
Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. My hiding place.
Don't get your hopes up too high. This might just be leading us to where we found the chalice.
You are right, of course. The next.
Okay, John 4:11.
John 4:11. Here. The well is deep. The next. Quickly.
Okay. Corinthians 4:5.
Here it is. Will bring to light the hidden things. Any more?
Just one. Psalms again. 22:21.
Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorn. The last is confusing. Lions, unicorns, what does it mean?
I can't guess.
Salient points seem to be a hiding place and a deep well. In no sense is there mausoleum a well, Senor Stobart.
Is there a well in the grounds?
I do not know. I suppose that there must have been once upon a time. Lopez is the man to ask about anything pertaining to the estate.
Well then,
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
alright. I'd say we ask Lopez about the well next time, because I'm going to grab some food now as well. I assume it's ready soon, so I'll go have a bite. Thanks to everyone who watched and who joined in, and I hope you had fun, and yep, I'll see you around next time, I guess. Depending on how I feel tomorrow, I might stream on Twitch tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see. But maybe we'll meet then. So, have a wonderful rest of the week. And stay safe. And yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything else to say. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you around. Whoop. That was fun. Well, I'm glad it was fun. I had fun too. So, next time. Bye-bye.